Prudent politics or assassination of several characters of all of these politicians. Some of these politicians have charges against them. Some of these politicians have had rumors spread about them being involved in corrupt activity. But this is a list that's been put out by Arvind Kejriwal just as it is. He's simply taken a roll call of several of these politicians and said they'd better watch out, for their campaign is going to be in jeopardy when we come after them in the Lok Sabha election. Joining me in the studio tonight on Newsnight is Sambit Patra of the BJP. Also with us is Brijesh Kalappa of the Congress. Thanks, gentlemen, for joining me on this discussion. Brijesh, if I come to you first, the interesting thing which we were talking about just before we broadcast on this show tonight is that Arvind Kejriwal read out a list of names and there was this huge cry from the audience saying, you know, what about Rahul Gandhi? And then he pacified the crowd saying, yes, Rahul Gandhi is also there on the list. So in a sense, Rahul Gandhi was like a bit of a second thought. But, given the enthusiasm with which people were saying Rahul Gandhi, he included his name. Don't you think that's a little intriguing?
Not intriguing. I think it's true to character. And Arvind Kejriwal would like to do something dramatic because he has failed completely on the front of administration. You see, people are dying in the cold winter nights, and the homeless people, and he was speaking of having porta cabins for them, and nearly 200 of them have died so far. He has been, witnessing that there have been huge power cuts which have never been existed in the Sheila Dikshit administration. Speaking
specifically about the list that he's made.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. You see, so this is his strategy of bringing on new issues. But importantly, what he has forgotten is that he is currently the Chief Minister of Delhi. He's also the Home Minister because he has a home portfolio, which also includes anti-corruption.
Yeah.
So, and I think many of these people he's named in the list are residents of Delhi. They stay within the precincts of Delhi.
Yes.
Has he initiated action against them? Because, Arvind Kejriwal as an activist is a different ball game entirely. But he is presently the Chief Minister. He holds the home portfolio. He holds the anti-corruption portfolio. What steps has he taken?
Sambit, the former president of your party has threatened to drag Arvind Kejriwal to jail on defamation charges. Narendra Modi was not on this list that was read out by Arvind Kejriwal, but later he referred to Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi about how both these personalities have squandered untold amounts of money on building their image, and how can such people actually lead the country? What do you think about that?
I do not care at all about this list which has just descended from the heaven, so-called heaven of honesty. But since you have called me for a debate, 2 or 3 very important points. First and foremost, I see this as a restless leg syndrome of Arvind Kejriwal.
Restless leg syndrome?
Yes. Okay. I mean, there are people who cannot just sit tight, and perform their work. They are always restless. He's restless because he is power hungry. He's eyeing the Lok Sabha polls right now. What about Delhi? He has enlisted himself with the list of corrupt people that he was speaking before the Delhi elections now.
Yes.
Because he's a chief minister today, because of the support by the so-called corrupt people whom he was bashing few days back.
Yes.
But they are totally out of the gamut today. Where are they? Where is Sheila Dikshit?
Yes.
Where is Rajkumar Chauhan? Why is he silent on the people on whom he was spewing venom a few days back? This shows that it is totally an opportunistic politics. And in a very short way, I would call Arvind Kejriwal a non-event manager par excellence.
Okay.
And he knows how to manage a non-event in the way that it buys an airspace and gives him free advertisement in media channels. That's what is going on.
Preeti Menon of the Aam Aadmi Party is also with us. Preeti, I hope you heard what both Sambit and Brijesh had to say, but roughly to recap what our last speaker said is that Arvind Kejriwal suffers from restless leg syndrome. He cannot sit tight. He's a desperate opportunist. He's chief minister today by virtue of the support of the very people, who he's named in this list, which smacks of hypocrisy. Your response, Preeti Menon?
I confess I have no response to such a series of silly statements, but I shall attempt. The nation is restless. Okay? All of us are restless. Finally, this nation has woken up, and we cannot accept the nonsense that has been meted out to us in the name of some so-called political leaders anymore. We are restless for change. We are demanding change in the most democratic, non-violent way that is possible in the world. And I think that it is fantastic that this is happening in India. It's just amazing.
Preeti, let's keep it specific.
Every single person is getting up and saying no.
Let's not speak in generalities and you know, these lofty ideals. Let's just stick to the subject right now and this list itself. The people on this list, many of the people on this list are people by virtue of whose support your government exists in the capital.